Recording in progress.
Watercooler. Ba, 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 da. Watercooler. Watercooler. Ba, 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 da. Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us once again. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Corolla digital buds of yesteryear, Philly style. With me today, all the way in Austin, TX, it's Mr. Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, like myself, it's Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Hi, Kalen.
Hey, Chris.
And not much is going on, except, I'm getting to pod with my good buds.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then all the way in Orange County, California, it's Gary Smith.
Howdy, partner.
Whew. I think Orange County is getting very close to claiming that saying the way Gary is evolving each time. So you better tell your Texas buddies to step it up, Matt. Go send the message out now. We'll wait. All right, he's gone. And then back, making his triumphant return all the way in, he's back in NoHo, California. That's right, Mr. Mike Dawson.
Yeah, I noticed how you incorporated a little bit of a hand jive into your mouth licks there, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
stepped it up a bit.
It
was I did listen to the shows 3 times each.
Of course.
And the movie
But
night.
I didn't do the video.
Oh,
so this time, I don't know if that's something new. It's fresh, exciting. It's so inviting to me. Yeah.
Yeah, how, what is it? Synthesia? What is it called when you see
Anesthesia.
Symmetry.
Yes, I just get super numb when I hear music. And I can't, my body just goes completely crazy because I have no feeling in my nerves. Matt's right, it's anesthesia.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when I hear music and when I feel the music. It's just I get really numb. It's like someone just shot up a bunch of Novocaine into all of my nerves. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
That would be a miserable existence.
well,
I gotta say, Dawson's not the only one making a triumphant return. We missed you, Chris, as well for the movie club that we did, and we missed you, Dawson. It was a hell of a time, and for the meetup, which I gotta say, I think there are a few people in that meetup who can attest that was one of our spicier meetups.
Oh my God.
For sure.
It really was.
Really? That's
Oh,
a spicy meetup.
Yep. He had to say multiple times, please don't put anything on Reddit. Please.
Yeah, well,
Please.
I believe my exact thing was, if anything that I said in that meetup shows up anywhere on the internet, the meetups are going to change wildly.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time.
This is and to the listeners, this is my first time hearing about how spicy this meetup was. So even myself.
This is the only way you could hear about it because everyone's cool there, and we don't record those, so we talk a little shit.
It was a little too spicy even for me, if I'm
It was pretty.
put it that way.
Oh.
Let's just say Gary was fired up, and I might have, yeah.
May spill some tea.
I gotta get some. I gotta get some off-air fulfillment.
Yeah, the only thing I
later
got
on here.
Oh,
I gotta know.
I hope we all get some off-air fulfillment after this is done.
count me in. The only thing I know is I know how the movie night went because Dawson listened to it and then just told me verbatim everything that happened. So
We went through it.
I was there. Yeah. But you guys did the Sum of All Fears. I'm
That's
just gonna
right.
read a quick comment here because Movie Junk of SLC commented about Bridget Moynihan saying that is right. She was quite a fox back in the day.
We were talking about PBM.
I'll
Chris,
tell
what's
ya.
PBM?
Oh, that'd be Hattie B's.
Took
When
the
I was
bait.
home with my mom, we were looking for a movie to watch, and I'm like, let's watch The Sum of All Fears. I'd never seen it all the way through. And we watched it, and I got 2 words. Boring.
Wow.
Did not enjoy. Way too fucking long.
I
That would have
bet.
been an interesting perspective to have in total counterpoint of the
Oh,
3 of us
funny.
talking about how great it is.
Well, we have seen some stinkers, and it is joyful to me. It's prideful that our movie clubs are more entertaining than the actual movie we're talking about sometimes.
I will say that has definitely improved the format of these movie clubs, because we used to do it live during the movie, and then the person during these stinkers would have to just watch us all just suffering in real time for like 90 minutes. But now, like you said, Chris, you don't even necessarily even have to have seen the movie. We just fucking chat and make each other laugh for an hour, like any other episode.
Yeah. And I'm based off of Movie Junkie's comment talking about how delicious balut is. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are talking about my food when I'm not there. Dude, I used to bring balut to school in elementary school. For those who don't know, it's a fertilized duck egg that I mean, it has all the stuff in it.
You wash it down with
Sometimes
Malort.
the beak, right? Correct.
I mean, you don't
Okay.
look inside. You're just
I'm not saying you look
But
when you're
suppose that's
eating
really-
it.
like,
That's really the selling point that I want for my food. Don't look at it. Just,
See, it is.
imbibe it.
Yeah. Is
No,
it
but
a
I'm not-
pop it in your mouth and get it over with
Okay.
kind of thing? Overall taste,
I was
one
in
bite.
like the second grade when I did this. So like
Uh-huh.
I would bring it to class and I didn't know what I was eating. I was just crack it open, drink the juice, put some salt in there.
Oh, the juice.
Oh, the juice is the best.
You gotta
part.
love
What kind
the
of
juice.
sauce?
Balut
What kind of
juice?
sauce were you
Balut-
putting in there
oh,
too?
man.
Yeah.
My mouth is
No,
watering
the juice
thinking
is the
about
best
it.
part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta wonder if the juice is worth the crack, and it is in that case. But yeah, thanks for commenting, Movie Junkie. I'll get to more comments later in the show. But,
Yeah.
just
I'll
kidding.
agree with you, Chris, because I've smoked crack.
That's
Nice. I was waiting for that, Dawson. I was hoping you were going to figure out a way to pick up on that.
I don't know why you're not a spokesperson for more things, Doss. I mean, chunk nibbles, yeah, but we got to
you
get
dropped
you
the ball
more.
on
That
that
could be
one.
your
I got to
line.
branch out a little bit. I got crack. I should try cigarettes.
That could be your let's get ready to rumble. You know,
You
just
know.
trademark it and then just have
Right.
big events and for big companies just
Right.
bring that in.
Yeah, move over, Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, they'll just put you in
Yeah.
movies and all the it could be the next best thing. So
Just everything.
all right, look, we do have a lot to get into. I do have some parenting advice that I'm requesting from Kaylin and Gary, and I also want Dawson and Matt's advice as well, just from an outsider's perspective of how I should have handled things. But I've been taking my kid to the park. It's a good way for him to get his energy out.
I'm pro park.
I love parks. Love me.
Went to
some-
the park today.
See,
so far this sounds like the relationship I have with my dogs. We
Yeah.
too enjoy going to the
we
park.
like going to the park.
Let them get some energy out.
Yeah, let him, and you meet a lot of other parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
It's
anti-park.
communal.
Oh,
You're
Why?
constantly telling them don't do that.
Don't. Yeah. And also don't park here
Yeah,
is another thing.
Dawson just likes to.
But
keep
go
the car
on.
moving.
I'm
Doesn't
not.
like
I'm not a
stop
big
cars.
fan of parks unless I like parks if they're empty. I guess I'm not a fan of people.
Dude.
I would think as a crack smoker, you would spend quite a lot of time in parks. But
Yeah,
maybe
but
that's why they need to be empty.
It's
Yeah.
all different these days, dude. You don't get crack on the corner anymore. man.
Wow.
You text the dealer and then you meet inside.
Right.
Keeps everybody safe.
Times have
Oh,
changed.
Dawson,
Yeah.
you gotta come
All
down.
drug
to my-
addicts have cell phones now.
You gotta come down by my office. You can absolutely get it on the corner.
Oh yeah, that's
Midstream,
true.
Wherever you want.
That's
I
true.
really-
Yeah,
Ru-
but there's no
roofs.
law there.
So, dude, and I love parks too. I mean, a lot of major life events that I've had have happened in parks, and so yeah.
Like what?
My earliest memories have happened in
Hold on,
parks.
hold on. Like what?
Dude, I'll tell you this.
First
I'll tell you
kiss?
the next meetup.
First broken arm,
No, I broke my arm in the driveway playing hockey.
First
trying to-
hand
trying to
job?
drop kick a street hockey puck. All right, let's keep moving here. Let's keep moving here. Anyway, dude,
Wait, you broke your arm trying to kick a hockey puck?
yeah,
wow.
dude. I used to play hockey. In my
Were you
driveway.
wearing rollerblades?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
I'm just making sure.
You can play hockey on without the rollerblade when you're.
That's
a
why
kid.
I'm asking, Caleb.
Yeah.
Because if
Oh,
you were
that's
just in
true.
shoes and you broke your arm trying to kick something, I would have some follow-ups.
No, I was big on the blades, big blader, like Matt,
You and Matt
Back in
should
the
get
day.
together
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
one of those Segway scooter things,
dude.
and
I
you
would-
on rollerblades,
dude,
and we'll see who bails first.
I am not exaggerating that my after school ritual was going home, putting in the VHS of D2, Mighty Ducks Part 2, and watching it, really just to the part where they round the crew. They round up the old crew.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
it's a
cold
big,
open.
big blading scene.
Yeah.
And then I would go out and start rollerblading, and then go in the driveway, practice a few knuckle pucks, till I got it right, and then one day, I was frustrated. It was one of those pucks. Gary would know this. It's like a street puck with like the 3 little balls.
The balls in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, oh, I know these two.
Orange with black balls. They never worked as well as they were supposed to, but everyone wanted them because they looked cool.
They looked cool. It was like, basically just had little balls in there, so it would be able to supposedly slide.
But you would
in any
always end up
direction.
getting a pebble in one of the balls, so that ball wouldn't spin, so that the puck would never go in the direction it was supposed to, because only 2 of the balls were spinning, and the third one was like basically like stopping the puck. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then they get like flat spots. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth. Not really made for the streets, but I mean, them's was the times back then. And I remember just taking the puck, getting really frustrated, and trying to drop kick it in rollerblades, trying to just launch that thing a la Jack Black and Anchorman to Will Ferrell's dog, and and just went a little too hard. And I'll bring up another movie, The Replacements. The way he that kicker, forget his name, just
Seamus.
Huh?
I believe the character's name was Seamus.
Seamus. The way Seamus.
Nice pull.
I mean, not that I know that movie by heart or anything.
R.I.P. Gene Hackman, by the way.
Yeah.
Dude, Gene Hackman. I'm sorry, real fast. Gene Hackman looked like the same age for like 45 years, and then you see the last picture of him before he died. I would not $100,000 on the table. I would not have been able to tell you that was Gene Hackman.
Well, he retired for so long. He didn't, he was.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I feel like he looked about 68 from the time he was about 41 until the time he retired at about 85, and then all of a sudden he's 95 and he looks unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just that I've never seen. That was a very stark difference. In my opinion.
I agree. It was kind of alarming how different he looked in that picture. But look, we'll get into Gene Hackman a little bit if you guys want to talk Gene. But
oh yeah.
But let me just circle back. So.
Sorry.
End up breaking my arm. My brother saw it all happen. When you break your arm, and this is why I have such a bad experience watching people break their bones. It's pretty traumatizing to the point where like you just know it broke. Like you just know. And I remember my brother saw it, and he just came up to me, like he looked concerned, but really he just came up to point and laugh at me. And when you have a broken arm and a guy just pointing and laughing at you, it's humiliating. It's infuriating.
It's traumatizing.
And this is your brother?
Oh yeah, because he didn't think I broke my arm. He just saw me eat crap. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah, my fingers swelled up. My hand looked like when Howie Mandel blows into a latex glove for that one bit. Like that's what my hand looked like. And I was like, all right, so then end up having a pretty crazy broken wrist to where it was like offset, and that day he had to like push the bones back together, and it was easily the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I've had heartbreak in high school, so you can tell like how much that really hurt. And so I that vivid memories of me breaking my arm playing while blading. Anyway, love me some Parks though. And
this could explain your overall dislike of hand trauma.
It could.
Yeah. I think it could.
If we want to
This is your origin story,
If you want to trace it back, it could. I've had 2 traumatic hand experiences. If you can see I don't know if it'll focus. I mean, I could probably get it to focus a little bit here.
Focusing.
Let me.
This is not going to be worth the payoff, is it?
Absolutely not.
You can't see it. Anyway.
That payoff came out pretty quick, actually.
I have about it's like almost a 2-inch scar in between my thumb and my index finger right here. And that is from when I was a kid. I loved me some frozen bananas. And for some crazy reason,
did you like frozen bananas for like having a frozen banana now, or like if you wanted a regular banana later? Like Mitch Hedberg
a frozen
says.
banana now. I wanted the cold frozen banana. If chocolate dipped, even better.
I wish I was fucking 1/100th as funny as Mitch Hedberg. I could have a career. That guy was great.
He was incredible. Anyway, so I wanted a frozen banana. My mom's like, "Oh, I froze some bananas for you." Now, look, I love my mom. She's brilliant. She raised 3 kids as a single parent, able to give us everything we ever wanted. And I respect her dearly.
Mm.
She's honestly just incredible.
This is not Patreon.
What are you getting?
I'm hanging on
I
every
don't like the way
word.
you're building. I don't like the way you're building.
I'm going to build it. Like, she is just incredible, truly amazing. I don't know how she did what she accomplished, what she was able to accomplish, raising 3 kids by herself.
Like that ZZ Top song, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While having the successful career as an immigrant from the Philippines, who
That
moved here when she was
pays?
18. Yeah, dude, she that was her career, being an immigrant. Yeah, but she also became a
Fuck,
nurse
dude.
too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
Side hustle as a nurse.
Smart. Smart. You gotta
Yeah.
have that side hustle.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, shit, dude. I mean, what are the hours?
So she's like, "I froze some bananas for you. They're in the freezer. Go get them." And I go, and the bananas are in the freezer with the peel on. And I've never frozen bananas before. Her banana, she just threw them in the freezer. She's like, "Go get it." And look, I'll be honest, we're Filipino. Frozen bananas are not our thing. We don't do that. That's not our thing. We eat duck eggs. All right, that's what I brought to school. I never brought frozen banana to school. So I'm thinking, all right, well, better get this peel off the banana. So I knew where the knives were. I just got to cut this peel right off.
Oh, God. I know where this is going.
I am in 2nd grade. A lot of stuff happened to me in 2nd grade. The broken arm thing was like in 5th grade. And I go to the counter, and I'm holding the banana at the counter, and I'm trying to cut it with like a butter knife, because those are the only knives that are really available to me. Like the standard, with your standard flatware, not like a steak knife, but that other knife that they give you that you're like, all right, this is kind of a JV knife. It's kind of weak, but it's not sharp.
Yes, it is a butter knife, but may I applaud your use of the word flatware?
Thank you.
I'm impressed by that.
Hey, I'm cultured. Yeah. And so I'm trying to.
I first heard that word when I was like 47.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was always impressed by it, simply because of the person who used the word flatware so eloquently in a conversation. And this person was cultured, and this person was successful.
You know the
great
first
respect.
person who
So
said flatware had a British accent, right?
I've placed flatware. It could have been British. Could have been
British.
Could have been Cockney.
Caitlin, do they say flatware?
And I mean, that's
there?
an ugly language. Could have been
Flatware.
Australian.
Flatware.
Could have been an Australian saying flatware.
It wasn't Australia. We all
No,
know.
Could've been.
it was definitely the British. And as a British person, I can honestly say this is the first time I'm hearing of this word.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Kaylin. Good.
but I know British culture. They started.
You had
all
a good
that.
run,
they
dude.
They definitely. Yeah. I didn't make it to 47, but
Welcome to life after flatware, dude. Everything changes now.
Well, they call apartments flats, and
They
then
do.
what do you call the silverware in those set apartments? Flatware. Duh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to do with each other. But
Yeah, no, they're related.
carry on.
They are perfectly correlated. So I have the banana, and I'm holding it, and I'm trying to saw it off with this super JV weak butter knife. It's not working, and I think, okay, I'm just gonna start stabbing it. So I get the knife, and I start stabbing this banana. Now, this banana has been out of the freezer for a little bit, so some condensation has formed at the top.
Chris,
And
you got to stop with the visual display. The focus is just terrible, and I can't fucking hear you because
You're blocking the microphone with
I
your
got this.
prop.
I got this. I'm enunciating, and I'm stabbing this banana.
Chris
Right?
pulled the armrest out of his car.
I do.
And he's
I do
making
have-
it look like a banana, and
do
he's
have-
stabbing it for all of you who are just listening to the audio version of
I
this.
have props. Yes, I am using props, and I'm stabbing this banana,
Looks like you're jerking off a pen.
and then
That
eventually
too.
I'm going at an angle to where the knife slips on the
Slips.
banana and just
Boom.
comes straight in here and goes into my hand and stabs
Oh.
my hand.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, you want to talk? This is where my hand trauma came from. All right, stabs my hand, goes about a quarter of the knife in, and I'm all by myself in the kitchen. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, oh boy. And
You
it's
don't
so
know what's going
shocking.
on. Does that happen a lot when you're all alone in the kitchen? Like, what the fuck is that thing that keeps food cold? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's so shocking that I don't even feel it.
Yeah, right.
Right? You're just like in shock. Oh God. So I take the knife out. I just rip the knife out. And I am looking now inside my hand. I remember it. I remember it vividly. I'm looking inside my hand because I can see this, and the blood hasn't started yet. So I'm just looking like, oh my God. And I'm just looking in my hand. Then all of a sudden, this blood just starts gushing out everywhere. And I start screaming and crying. And yeah, and that's why I have this big scar. So maybe
Hey,
that's my
Kaylin,
hand.
remember 20 minutes ago when Chris said he wanted parenting advice?
I do. Anyway, that's probably where my hand trauma stems from. Now, back to the park. I've been taking my kid to the park. And he's a very sweet boy. Look, I am biased, but I can tell you he's a very sweet boy. Very nice kid. And he's very friendly to all the kids. He says hello. He says hi. I mean, that's pretty much all he can really, as conversationally, that's as far as he gets. But he enjoys talking to the other kids. And there's this girl there. I've never seen her before. She's probably a year or two older than him. I would say older, maybe even 3 years. She's a young, but she's all over the place. She's running. She sees him. My kid goes, hello. Just gives him a weird glare and just keeps moving on. All right, fine. Nobody has to respond to him. He doesn't care. I don't care. Whatever. And then my kid decides to play with one of those like little wheels that you spin in the playground on one of the levels of the park. And she goes up there and she pushes him away to spin the wheel. And basically she's bullying him. Every single part of the park where he wants to go play with, she gets in front of him to use it and doesn't let him touch it. Yeah. And then she goes up to her dad and goes, hey, I don't like that kid. I don't like that boy. And starts pointing at my kid. And the dad doesn't even look up from his phone. She goes, okay. And now she is following and harassing my kid. And she's not my dog. I don't know what to say to her. I'm just like, hey, man, let's just go over here. We'll just go do our own thing here. And he's like, but we have to share. My kid's like, but share. You taught me to share. And now I'm like, oh my God, you're questioning the values that I have instilled in you already because of this girl who, I mean, I'll be honest, under my breath, I called her a lot worse than girl. And I'm just looking at the dad just glued to his phone the whole time, just sitting there. She's going up to him, telling him how much she hates my kid, and just proceeds to, I don't want him touching anything in this park. No. And goes up like, no, you can't have that. No, you can't use that. No, this is mine. No. And just telling my kid no to where everywhere I take him to the park, she's following him to harass him. Now, I don't know what to do. I don't know this dad. He's obviously checked out.
Yeah.
This kid.
What's the dad like physically? If this gets,
that's what I'm thinking.
Is there a large group of dads? Yeah, that's true. But is there a large group of dads taking their kids to the park?
Yeah, there is actually. I think
yeah, this was non-existent.
Dude,
non-existent when I was a child.
I think this is a way for you just to get your kids' energy out and just like let them go. And dads don't. I mean,
yeah, they're like
I'm trying
dogs.
to be careful here.
You try to get them to nap time. That's all you're trying to do as a father. Really, is in those first few years is get your child to fall asleep.
Right. It's not even just nap time. It's like, I mean, my kids are at a point now where they won't even take a nap, but that energy needs to be out by the time it's nighttime. So
nighttime. It's nap time at first.
You got to go run them.
Right. But
yeah, you run them at the park.
You got to run your kids.
Yeah, I see a lot of dads there.
I take the dog for a walk, but you guys seriously have to run your children.
They usually run themselves, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Hopefully
that's good.
They can be self-sustaining.
I guess a park is a pretty good space for that.
Good space, yeah. And a lot of dads do take their I bet it's just it's just like an easy thing to just take your kids and you don't have to think it too hard about what an activity you have to do. They'll have.
When I took my kids today, it was mostly dads that were there.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much all dads. Maybe it's a time of day thing, but it was
Are you guys smoking crack while you're watching your kids in the park,
no,
or do you?
Before Dawson,
shifts.
Come on.
Our park we have shifts, so like two guys
kind of like leave the kid in the car thing, go score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, Chris, I actually take a little bit of the opposite stand here. I think you should not be resisting this. I think you need to let it happen. This guy, he's raising a strong, independent woman.
There you go.
All right. Respect all
I didn't
women.
think about that. Yeah.
Your son is going to have a long life ahead of him of dealing with women like this. So better get used to it now.
Yep.
Right?
Right. I'm just saying he just learned what
You know
sharing
what,
was.
dude?
Like,
Dawson's
Matt
applauding.
Fondelier.
Dawson's
That's a fun
applauding for
take.
people who
I'm giving
not seen that.
I'm giving Matt Fondelier an award that has never been given out before, but the award is the greatest thing ever said on a podcast award. I
love how
I'm gonna
Dawson.
need
Dawson, I
to
said
have that scripted out,
like
but
4 episodes
yeah, dude,
ago. What are you
we'll get
talking
it on a
about?
plaque. That was the greatest thing ever said in a podcast.
So Kaylin and Gary, do you have any objection to Dawson giving Matt the award during this parenting section?
You didn't answer Gary's question.
Oh,
So
well,
what's
thank
Gary's
you,
question?
Thank you.
can you repeat
Chris.
it, Gary?
What's the dad like physically?
He looks like Kaylin, maybe older than Kaylin, but like the physicality of Kaylin.
190.
He was older than me.
Let me tell you
So if
something.
you were to
dude.
describe that, Chris, would you say that's really strong, really manly? Like what adjectives would you use to describe that?
Yeah.
You know, just say it looks like Kaylin. Please let us know.
190.
190.
No, he was tall.
Was he attractive? I mean,
Yeah,
just,
of course.
use words
Yeah.
to
Okay.
describe him.
Tall, dreamy, attractive.
Looks like he can
looked
kind
of like Michael Bean.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, I guess what
Was
Matt,
it Kaylin?
Was that you at the park earlier?
Yeah, I guess this is my way of confronting you, Kaylin. Your daughter was being such a biatch. Anyway, so it honestly it upset me so it ruined my day. Seeing this, and you're right, Matt. He's gonna go through this a lot. There's gonna be a lot of this kind of stuff, not even with just women, but just with other human beings, and I get that. But
If you want an actual answer to this question, I have it.
Excuse me.
Take your award and sit down.
Please,
Matt.
please proceed.
Take your award and
Jesus.
sit down.
I
Leave
will will concede that your answer is much better of an answer in terms of entertainment. But I have kind of seen this behavior with my kids, and I'm not the one to do it, but I've seen how Amy reacts in this situation. And as someone who teaches kids and special needs kids, as much as you want to go up to the parent first, you want to like go up to the kid and your kid when they're together and tell them in like a friendly manner, hey, we don't do that, we share this, and you like do it in the kid voice. And that's how you do it
Interesting.
without making the parent angry, but also telling the kid like, hey, fucking knock it off.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Chris.
So
Yeah.
Kaylin is right, but I think
Okay.
that there is a tactic that is available to you exclusively in terms of the people on this podcast, Chris, that you really need to keep in your back pocket. If you're as heated up about this, as it sounds like you got, I think you need to play the race card and you accuse that little
what race is the little girl?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
Well, I mean, Chris,
I'll tell you.
Kaylin's advice is great advice if you want the guy to think you're a fucking pussy.
Damn.
I disagree.
Oh, Gary disagrees.
I think
Oh,
Kaylin's
dude.
advice is right. I think that I agree. My wife is better at it than I am, but that is the most effective way to do it. If the other parent is not going to engage at all, then the only way for you to really handle it and
Is be an adult, be a parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
is to get in there and
Well, if you're not going to handle this shit, I am.
pretty much.
Parent mode. Get in there. Now you have to parent
Interesting.
two children, because I'll guarantee you this fucking Michael Bean looking motherfucker at the kid park.
Dude.
He's an actor, and right now he's failing
Podcaster too.
as acting as a father.
plug anything right now.
I didn't say the name.
Yeah, so these
So-
kids are just playing about, and
And the dad's over on his phone playing with his Yamaha guitar.
And yeah, you're right. Look, Jenny was there too. And so I had somebody to talk to and really call this girl names under my breath. And she agreed 1,000%. I mean, it was pretty appalling how this girl was acting. So it was nice to have that validation at least. But all right, I'll try the sing-songy double, just the louder kind of as if I'm a teacher.
You don't even before you even get to that point, because I've been at the park with my kids when I don't think they've been getting bullied like as bad as that sounds. But if I'm not really vibing the way the other kids are playing with her, like I'll go over there and like stand there. Like I'll just make my presence known that like this is my kid and I'm gonna watch them stand. And they can kind of feel it. They can kind of sense, all right, I'm gonna maybe back off a little bit.
The fact
here.
that you
I'm gonna
growl when they get too close
That's weird.
is really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you start peeing on the swings.
Smart.
Yeah, that's Dawson style. But I mean, look, you got to mark your territory. Show your.
See,
you're
our
the alpha of the
olfactory
park.
system is not as advanced as canines or felines. So when we pee on swings and slides, other kids don't usually get the point until they've actually sat in the pee.
Noted. Yeah, and can confirm as well. All right, Caitlin.
Which
so
reminds me, that'll be a shit I did.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Or,
Jeez.
but what did I do? What did I do?
All right, we'll
Did
have
I
to hear
pee?
Patreon.
Or did I sit in it?
We know you did both, Dawson.
That'll be a shit I did as a kid.
We all know you
What a
did.
Thumb it up.
tease.
Get the Patreon, baby. Get the Patreon.
All right. Well, thanks for your good advice. I think I'm gonna just because Kaylin has had some recent interactions that are similar to this, I will try to heed his advice most and make my presence known.
Exactly.
At
Ouch,
this park.
All right. Once
No,
Kalen said what he said, I was done. I just sat down.
All right. Well, speaking of our kids too, I know Gary, you took Gary Jr. For the experience of a lifetime. Well, it's going to be multiple of these experiences because this is you basically begun a.
Yeah, I opened Pandora's box and I took my son for the first time to Benihana.
So before the mic heated up,
Nice.
Gary was teasing us like, guys, I did something with my son. He's never done it before. I want to talk about it. And everybody already knew it was Benihana. Dawson guessed it right away. I wish we had that on recorded because it was pretty incredible stuff. But this was after the Oscars.
It was actually during the Oscars.
Probably the best time to get a seat at Benihana, right?
I got to be honest with you, Dawson. It was pretty light.
It's
in
not.
there. It was pretty
It was
light.
lit. It was okay.
It was the first time that that I can remember going to Benihana and there were empty seats at the table.
Right.
Oh.
There was my 3 people, and then there was another three-person family, and then there were 2 empty seats in between us. And I don't think I've ever done that before. Like I have many stories of extended wait times at Benihana, even with reservations, when they're waiting for the right combination to make sure they can fill that whole table.
Yeah.
So this was a first for me, but we took him. He loved it. He was not a fan of the 20 or 30-minute wait where you get the soup and you get the salad and there is no show. And he called me a liar because he said that there's no show and they don't cook in front of you and they just brought you that soup and salad and that's definitely not how you sold this.
He must have felt so betrayed. Like, Dad just brought me here to eat salad.
He was pissed. He literally called me a liar.
You know what you do in that situation is you bully him like that little girl would bully Chris's kid.
Yeah, I called him a racist. And
Everything he was doing. Nice. Smart. Smart.
But we did try to sort of prepare him for this because it's an unconventional experience. It's not until you've been, for us, it's old hat. We've all done this a million times. You know what the experience is like. But I tried to sort of prepare him for it. And it was a combination of like, it's a little different and a little bit of, trying to hype him up and sell him. And, what's the big selling point that you're going to sell a 5-year-old on? Anyone?
They throw food or the onion volcano, right?
Exactly right, Caleb.
Onion volcano.
The onion volcano. And eventually out came our chef. He introduces himself. He starts doing the thing. He's cooking. He's throwing the rice on there. He's yada, yada. And my wife announces that she's going to the bathroom and he announces he wants to go with her and he missed the volcano.
Oh, no.
And I don't think I videotaped it, which was a little uncomfortable, I think, for the other group at my table because it's sort of impossible to not have them in the shot. I tried my best, but I had to get this video because if he came back and accused me of being a liar once again about the volcano, I needed to have video evidence. I was not going to call him a racist a second.
Oh, so you took a video of the table next to you. Interesting.
No, it was not the table next to me. It was my table, Matt, and it was for a 5-year-old, just like anyone filming at a restaurant should be doing it for.
Now I gotta say, I'm not to question your parent habits or your what you tried to do here, but parenting. Thank you. But I think you could have leaned into what I would have done in the situation, which is as soon as your wife and kid get up, you got to lean into the chef and go, can you wait a minute till you do the onion volcano show? Just wait till they get back, please. Just say it just like that.
Wait, Matt. So are you saying that you're going to ask the people at the restaurant to wait a little bit before serving your food?
You're
That's
going
right.
you're going to deliberately inconvenience the chef and the other diners just out of selfishness for your 5-year-old. Matt, I know you do that. I have no questions, no follow-ups. Under no circumstances would that have ever crossed my mind. Ever.
Why not? I don't understand why not. What's the difference?
I can't back you up on this one.
Or have them do it again. All right, they're back now. Can you do the thing?
Would you do that, Matt, if you went to Benihana and you're like, I don't want any of those onions hitting the grill till I'm done with my miso soup?
Yeah, dude. And if you can't do that, I want to see Benny.
Yeah,
I got some things to say to Benny.
Yeah,
Benihana must be a nightmare for you, Matt. They make that food and just serve it when they choose, and you're normally just filled with everything on the plate by the end of it. Like you can't fast enough to keep up with how quickly they serve the food at Benihana.
You know how Chris spent 20 minutes at the beginning of this podcast explaining his origin story of how his trauma began? You've just summed it up right there, my friend. So many days at Benihana, just food coming and coming and coming. And someone just pace it out.
It's a house of horrors for Matt.
Yeah. Next time, Gary, undersell. You got to undersell everything, dude. You got to aim low all the time. Get your and then everything is like, holy shit, dude. When dad's around, fucking magic happens.
Well,
just be like, hey, we're gonna go get some dinner, and then the guy makes a fucking volcano, and you're like, what do you think?
The first time we took them, you don't mention the volcano, you don't mention the heart, you don't even mention the fun egg trick. You just go, they make the food in front of you. And that's it. And you let him be surprised by the rest. And if the show's not good, no harm done.
I'll be honest. I did. The only thing that I told him,
especially and almost exclusively, undersell Benihana.
Well, it didn't really matter because at the end of it, he told me that the experience was a 100 out of 10. So he's hereby obsessed with Benihana, and I'm very happy.
Did you ask for your
Father of the year?
Then?
What's that?
I said, did you ask for your apology then?
I let it slide. He's young. I know what are you gonna do, but I have a 2-story Benihana opening very close to my house in the very near future. So I'm very excited that he liked it because I know we will be going back. And
I will tell you that the experience as a Benihana, which sounds like it was a fun, delightful evening for you and your family with one child, is much different when you have 2 children.
Oh, I can imagine
the amount of chaos that ensues between 4 people, 2 parents, 2 kids, the soups, the salads, all the food. It's nonstop shuffling of plates. It's nonstop scooping food. It's nonstop things getting dropped on the floor. It is chaos. It is not.
It sounds to me
when you get to that level.
It sounds to me like a short form documentary. Chaos at Benihana. I want to see that. I will watch that and I will narrate that for free. Make it.
Are you listening, Netflix?
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get a fucking camera crew at a Benihana. It's happening.
I'll encourage Matt to film more restaurants.
Matt, you're in, dude. We're doing this.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm glad that Gary Jr. had such a good time, and I mean, you're gonna get that second story, Benihana. You're going top floor, right? First time.
Oh,
you're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I request the upper floor, please.
What does it matter?
What do you mean? What
There's no windows.
What does it matter? Have you ever had Benihana upstairs?
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
Because I haven't, and I will very soon.
You gotta
Thank
go.
you very much.
It's like a bunk bed. If you get a bunk bed, you're gonna request bottom bunk every time? No, the reason you want a bunk bed is so you can see what it's like to get that top bunk.
There's a
Until
reason-
you get
I'm
old
sure it's
enough.
a wild experience. Sitting
Until
at a
you
table
get
on a
old
second
enough.
floor.
Yeah. Then at one point you get old enough and be like, you know what, dude, I'm not climbing to bed. I'm falling into bed, and you make somebody else take it.
Kaylin, there's a reason that every downtown has a restaurant that's on the rooftop floor of a skyscraper. I mean, you got to eat at
Okay,
altitude.
that
baby.
doesn't.
You got to eat at altitude. No, I will
think the
not
food
hear
tastes better
otherwise.
up there.
Eating at altitude, baby.
Yeah.
That's the way to
Yeah.
go.
Doesn't
It's called
food taste better up there,
Altifood.
Matt?
Altifood.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's it. That's it.
I hereby award you
If
the
anyone-
best thing
thank you.
ever said on a podcast award, Matt. I'm
If
very
anyone
proud.
ever asks
Short
what
range.
this podcast is about, just say it's a bunch of dudes like shortening things into words.
Yeah, just awarding things to each
Yeah,
other.
we be breathing.
Yeah.
I dig
Porch
it.
sneeze.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
All right. Let's do a couple
Altifood.
comments before we get out of here. You guys down?
Let's do
What?
it.
What's happening?
We're doing comments. now.
Well,
Okay, there we go.
Let's do some comments real quick. All right, and these are all comments delivered to us by you, the listeners. Yes, there are a couple ways to give us comments where we can read and react to your musings as well. First off is joining our Patreon. It's $5 a month minimum. You get an extra episode a week along with ad-free episodes and opportunities for meetups and movie clubs and things like that, which we talked about earlier. So please
And
join
that
the
extra
Patreon.
episode is recorded pretty much consecutively with like a
Yes.
10-minute pee break.
Dawson's
And
getting
I'm only on 3 beers.
Like I said, he's getting there.
I'm only on
You can
3
tell by
Coors Lights.
consecutively.
I'm an early slur.
Dawson, whatever gets
I'm
us
3
to
claws in
altitude-
right now, so
But
we'll race
we're
after
this is good.
Dawson.
This next show is gonna be fucking great, dude. Just pay
it's
$5
slurly.
just for this show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be slurly.
At this rate, we'll be recording Patreon in 15 minutes. You can hear what Dawson sounds like on 7 beers. All right.
By the end, because I only have 7.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's ration them. Now, another way to leave comments is by joining our Facebook group, and that is free. And it's a wonderful community. We started this a few years back, and it's always growing, which we love. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Then answer a few questions. We might let you in. Very easy, and my favorite place on the net. So let's do a quick comment from the Facebook group. This is Jacob Morales. He says, I have a weird question, and he says, my friend put hot sauce on his mashed potatoes. What say you guys? And
I
the
don't hate it.
I'm not.
I'm okay with this.
I
yeah,
don't
the
hate
choices
it.
are
I don't hate it.
hot sauce can go on everything and anything. Hot sauce is only good for meat dishes, or hot sauce is an apology for poorly made dishes.
Okay, the second two are insanity.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a wide gap there.
See, and that's the reason why I voted for hot sauce can go on anything. But
Yeah.
if one of the choices was, are you a psychopath? I would have chosen, are you a psychopath?
Yeah,
Never in my life will I put, unless like, have you ever had a mashed potato taco? They're good in Mexico. You get a carrot
I love a
taco, and
potato
you gotta,
taco.
stay at somebody's nana's house.
Dude,
But
when I was vegan, potato tacos.
carrot
were a
tacos
big
and
part of my
potato
life.
tacos
Right.
are the fucking thing.
For the love of Christ.
That sounds like there's a wide
That's the
gap
only
between
that's
those
the
two.
only way you're allowed to put hot sauce on mashed potatoes. It's gravy, butter, and either or, nothing else. I've spoken.
This poll is missing at least one.
Caramelized onions.
Probably
As the ruler of the lands,
Altifood.
as
Yeah.
the Reven of Castle Crust.
This
I
poll
don't
is
even know what
missing
a
at
Reven
least
is.
one and probably 2 options between the first one and the last 2, because the last 2 are just utter insanity. Hot sauce is
Yeah.
only for meat. What about egg?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hot
Love-
sauce is for anything
Dude,
you
I
want
love
to put
me
it on.
some Tabasco
And that was the
for
only
breakfast.
logical answer. So yeah, everyone who answered otherwise is probably a psychopath as well.
Well, 81% said hot sauce can go on everything. or anything, and then 17% say hot sauce is an apology, and then 2% said hot sauce is only good for meat dishes. So,
What's the weirdest thing you guys put hot sauce on?
I have an answer, and
I do too. Ironically, it's a meat dish.
Mine is not. Mine sounds like a meat dish. It's animal style fries, and I put sriracha on that to Kaylin's dismay.
I haven't even thought of doing this before.
I will
You're
be
blowing my
trying
mind
that.
right now.
Fucking right
Dude.
quick. That sounds pretty good, Kaylin or Chris.
Sriracha on animal style fries. Oh, yeah, it's chef's kiss.
Now, how do we feel about the animal style fries? I feel as though I love the animal style fries, but I feel like the amount of spread and grilled onions they give you makes it 3 bites of animal style grilled fries or animal style fries, followed by just French fries.
All right.
Yeah, that's why you get extra spread, Gary. Come on, rookie move, dude.
Kaylin, I 100%. I'm not.
And then you get extra spread packs on the side because they're still not going to put enough on there.
Kaylin, come on, we live together.
Yeah.
You know I'm not going to live in this world where I have 3 bites of animal style fries and just move on. But I'm just saying, the way they make.
Honestly, I kind of like it because you get that top layer of animal style, and then you get that bottom layer of just regular fries where you guys.
Yeah, but you
like
missed the
spread. I can
crisp,
still
man.
just do the spread.
You
If
cover
you eat 'em right away, you
those
don't.
things.
But by the time you get them home, they're soggy. Yeah. That's why you got to get them.
Yeah, and I also, as a fry connoisseur, claiming it now, TM, I like to be in control when I'm eating my fries. I don't want you to decide how much sauce or whatever I'm gonna have on my fries. Usually, I just eat the fries with salt. And I just always ask for more salt, which is why I'm now on heart medication. But
all right, well, Dawson, here's the thing, and before I make this point, let me explain to the Culvers and Whataburger enthusiasts out there what animal style fries are. They're In-N-Out fries with
I know.
yeah, with melted cheese, spread, and grilled onions.
They're smothered. They're smothered with and it's awesome. Now, I'll take a double animal style, but the fries, I respect In-N-Out's fries because there is a dude making $17.50, and he's in the first part of the building you see as you pull up through the drive-through. And you know what that dude is? He's grabbing potatoes and he's putting them in a potato cutter, and he's pulling down this large clamp and shooting the potatoes through French fry blades into a bin that then is going to be cooked and served to you.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing.
That's
and
all
those
he
fries
does all
deserve.
day.
Yeah, he's a hero.
And I like to be in control of my fries.
Well, here's the thing. That's why they offer you the animal style option, which you can do for your burgers, you can do for your fries, which they add a little extra zhuzh and flavor and intensity to your meal. And Doss, when you order animal style, you're not ordering the food animal style. It's because you're a freaking animal and you want them to do all that stuff to your food, okay? You're the one that's the animal. So, yeah, if you're ordering animal style fries, the fries
I never really thought of it that way.
So that's why you're just not an animal like I am. And I'm
okay,
a
but
freaking
Chris,
animal.
I have some follow-ups here.
All right.
Because of the aforementioned sort of lack of animal content on the fries, are you adding more spread to this? And if so, are you doing that before you apply your sriracha? I need to know how to do this correctly.
Okay, this is going to be look,
Masterclass.
Inquiring
I'm not proud
minds
of a lot of
need
things I
know.
do. I'm not proud of a lot of
You should
things
be
I
proud.
do.
I'm
so
fucking
glad I
asking
asked
for an
this question. I
instruction
did.
manual. Like this is, I need to know how to do this right.
It's weird because Kaylin used to give me so much crap for putting sriracha on my animal style fries. So I'm excited that he's now turned a corner, has since forgotten his true opinion about it.
I do not remember this at all.
All right,
But more
I
to
do
the
get
point,
extra
putting
spread,
hot
Kaylin.
sauce on mashed potatoes is absolutely insane unless it's in a taco.
Yeah,
It's
moving
strange,
on.
but I'm going to try it the next time I'm eating mashed potatoes.
I'm fine
now
with.
that
Oh
it's
yeah,
in my head.
to answer the poll, I'm fine with the hot sauce on potatoes. I don't like it. I mean, I wouldn't personally do it, but if you want to do it, it's all good with me.
Not at my table, dude.
Kaylin, what you do? So what I do is I ask for an extra packet of spread, which is about
Just one?
1/10 of what Kaylin asked for.
Is that what you call it?
Spread?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
do you say it in a really sexy voice?
Yeah.
Can I get a
That's my regular voice. So I
Another
say, can I have an extra
package
packet
of
of spread? And yeah, but people
Yeah.
somehow think my voice is really sexy when I ask. It's
love
really
it.
weird.
That's good.
So I get the spread, and now what I do, Kalen, is I take the fries that are in the box because they give it to you in a different kind of box. It's usually a closed box. So you open the box up, and now you have two little boats of where you can put the fries, and you have the little fry tray in the box. I take the fry tray and I turn it upside down to where now I'm just seeing dry fries at the top, and the cheese and the spread and the onions are at the bottom. And I put the spread on that part. And then I take the sriracha and I put that on top of that, and then I stir it up, and now each fry is evenly coated with sriracha, a little extra spread, grilled onions, and cheese. And each bite is better than the last. And I look forward to my mouth is already thinking about it. So yeah, I'm a freaking animal. And
Is there a problem with the melted cheese and the onions then just sticking to the bottom of the boat that you flipped it onto?
Only if you're an amateur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
dude. Chris
Probably
brings
just
up
close the box and shake it up.
a pretty smart point.
Salad method.
Yeah.
I've been working live events for a long time, and there's catering, like basic catering. There'll be that thing of chicken cutlets or something, or, Philly cheesesteaks or hot dogs. The only thing that was ever consistent in live event catering is the salad bar. They got all the stuff in the salad bar. And you find out early on that you make a bowl of salad and you put all your stuff on it, and then you get a second bowl and you top it, and then you marimba shake the salad bowls, and then put one underneath, and boom, you got a tossed salad, bro, just like that.
Oh, I'll tell you how to toss a salad. So,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you in detail. So it all started with McDonald's used to have like these salad shakers. Where
Salad
they used to give you
shooter.
like, it was a salad, and they basically gave it to you in a cup, and you just put the dressing in, and then you would shake it like a martini.
Yeah.
But the thing about shaking a salad in like a closed salad case, you got to do the horizontal movement. It's all horizontal. If you go vertical when you shake, you're not going to really spread it. For some reason, it's the horizontal shake that really gets you the extra coating of dressing on each.
Yeah, but
that's a
there's
physics lesson.
There's two directions of horizontal. You got to go side to side, and then you got to go front and back.
I go front. Yeah, that's right. But as long as it's on the horizontal axis, I'm more of a.
You just
front
don't
to
want to
back.
go vertical.
Yeah,
you don't want to go vertical, because then all your dressing is going to stick to the lid and the bottom of the container. So
you're working on 2 dimensions. You may as well explore all the territory in that map.
I've gone vertical, and I'm going to say, if you really want to toss a salad right, you got to go front to back and side to side. But I wouldn't go vertical.
You guys
If you take
pro
anything from this podcast.
or anti pepperoncini in salads?
Dude, I'm so pro.
I'm pro pepperoncini and everything.
Everything.
I'll
Good.
eat them
All right,
dishes
all right.
straight
Yeah,
for
I put that in my
snacks
mashed
every day. I
potatoes.
love pepperoncinis.
Yeah.
It's like what you do with hot sauce.
I was hoping we could add that to our water cooler crest, that we're pro pepperoncini.
Yeah. Fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're pro
Thanks.
Brincini.
That's pretty good, Matt.
All right.
No, it wasn't. It makes it so much funnier.
Yeah.
We're just gonna let's end comments there.
I got
4
one
beers
comment
is
in.
really, 4 beers is really the sweet spot for Matt's comedy, apparently.
3.
All righty. Well, I mean, I can't wait to
But
see
a
what
full
four,
3.
I can't wait to see what 4 brings us during Patreon. So those are our comment. That was our comment. But we definitely have more. I'll get to them next week. And thanks everybody for writing in. And join our Facebook group. I mean, Casey Peters needs help with his brake pads, and Prakash Chandra has something about Mystery Movie Mondays that sounds fun. And Kathy Lowry's going to Italy, and she has a funny meme about a dog with a chef's hat. I mean, you want to see all this, join the Facebook group, and then our Patreon too. We got a lot of great stuff on there as well. Like Don Powell just wrote a comment that starts off with "Gary's right," and then he goes on to talk about all this other stuff.
Definitely don't read that.
No,
one.
we don't need to
We'll
read
get into
that.
it later. So, anyway, why don't we go around the horn, get our plugs in, and then we'll go ahead and start on Dawson's 4th beer. So I'll start in Austin, Texas. Matt Fondelier, what do you suggest we check out, or the audience checks out?
Well, you should definitely check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. You get the second half of tonight's episode. And the ad-free, I got to say, is a really, really good option to select. And I'll also just say the movie Wayne's World. I just rewatched that again. God damn, that is just a fucking stone cold classic. So good. That's it. That's the other thing I want to plug.
Well, how did Wayne's World get back into your life just now?
I am oftentimes trying to find like a stupid comedy to watch on a Friday night, and they just don't make those kind of movies anymore. It's very hard to find a great modern comedy. So we've been dipping back to the older classics. We also recently watched The Naked Gun, which I had not seen in a very long time. Again, just wall to wall.
High joke per
Movie.
minute in that movie.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Love it. I love that you're doing that too. I look to those kind of movies for comfort myself. So yeah, I recommend everybody do that. All right, Kalen, what do you suggest people check out?
Go check out Just Fooling About podcast. That's me and my dad's podcast. There's a great new episode out today with director Adam Wingard, who did the Godzilla vs. King Kong movies. He did You're Next, which is a very fun kind of horror movie. And he has a great gonzo action horror movie coming out later this year, produced by A24, called Onslaught. And him and my dad get into detail about the two of them working on that movie together. And it's a great interview. It's super fun. Go check it out. Watch it on YouTube. Listen on Spotify.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe wherever.
Just Fooling About. Yeah, please go listen to that pod and support Kalen. All right, Gary, what about you?
Go check out Don Powell in our Facebook group. He sounds like he's got some really good ideas, so I would go read all of his comments. And also, you can follow Reasonable Doubt on YouTube, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt Podcast, or subscribe anywhere you get podcasts. Me and Mark keeps promising midweeks. I have absolutely no controls. Don't at me. But Reasonable Doubt Podcast on YouTube.
And at Patreon, you should check out Don Powell.
Oh, yeah, Patreon, that too.
Really great opinions there, I think, is what Gary was trying to say, too. He leaves some really nice stuff on Patreon as well. All right. And, yeah, don't at Gary. Das, what about you?
Friday night, I'm doing a comedy show at the Ice House, Renegades with Lynn's son. Weekend after that, I'm going to be with Adam in Phoenix. Stage time TBD, but Desert Ridge Improv 14th, 15th, and 16th. I'll at least be there selling merch, and
nice.
that'll be where you can get the stickers of me smoking a cigarette, and it just says "dude."
Classic
Sell
image.
those. Yeah,
All right.
they're fun.
Get a Dawson
$5,
sticker.
4 for 20, 5 for 20.
Okay.
Make it better.
I was going to say that 4 for 20 was really a
Yeah.
deal.
Dude, nothing.
And
upsets
also,
me
I just
more.
want to thank everyone who reached out, and everyone did, and thank you, and I appreciate it. And one day I'll respond to all of you. It's just not going to be today.
All good. And yeah, we got good people.
Kind of is today, actually,
Behind you.
if you think about it.
I guess, yeah. But anyway, yeah, we got
In a
some
way,
good
you just
people,
did. You just responded to all of them at once. So it was kind of the easiest way to do that.
No, he'll
Yeah,
put
but it's
on.
putting it on them. They got to listen to the podcast. Now I got to search out.
Yeah, how about this,
So, no.
Dawson? Instead of thanking everybody personally, just send them the link to this show.
You know, one of the things that's smart.
Just
I should
audio.
do that.
Just get
I
the
like
audio. Just cut
I
the
like
audio.
that. And just put a
send it
time
to them.
code.
Yeah.
And just put a time code.
Yeah.
That's
There you
pretty
go.
good.
That's thoughtful.
I'll wow, I might actually listen to the show for the first time ever. I mean,
You're going to skip to the end and then
First-
rewind it like
first
3.5
time
minutes.
I mean, I
Oh,
won't
no,
really
no,
listen.
You gotta listen through and hear Altifood. I mean, come on,
Right.
that's just fucking gold, baby.
Don't give them a time code. Have them earn it.
Also about, I want to say 3 years ago, you guys ever eat the Vinnie Tortorich ultra fat
I tried it back in the day.
You're talking
Sure,
about his
yeah.
almond butter.
almond butter or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, I got an old one somewhere. I couldn't find an old one, but I have a recurring delivery of these. And to be honest, what I've eaten today, and this is probably why the alcohol has affected me so fast, I've eaten 4 of 5 of Vinnie Tortorich's ultra fat energy. So you get some fucking protein. A broccoli shake. And because I just don't eat unless I feel inspired to cook. You know what I mean? So Vinny Tortorich's stuff gets me through the day. I just work. I told Vinny in an email about 3 years ago, hey, bro, the packaging of these things hits the corners of your mouth and like you can't, you're in danger of cutting your lips when you eat these. The next time you manufacture these things, please consider making a smaller opening so that you can get your mouth around it. I got my
Please tell me he
reoccurring.
said
I
that's
got
what
my
she said
recurring.
and then hung up the phone.
I got my recurring delivery from Vinny Tortorich today, and this is the new packaging.
Oh shit! That's the ultra
He did
fat
it.
Mark II, baby.
He did it.
Nice.
Now I'm no longer in danger of cutting my mouth wide open when I eat one of these things. And if you do it wrong, you could. I mean, you got to be really special to make it happen, but it is possible.
Yeah.
To be clear, you're not supposed to eat the wrapper, right?
Doesn't
No,
say.
dude, it's a mixture of like
Edible wrapping.
you know
sounds like a
when you
great
buy
idea,
peanut
though.
butter and the oil sits at the top.
I would totally do it.
You know when you buy peanut butter and the oil sits at the top, the good kind of peanut butter that you got to really blend.
Oh, yeah.
So
Right,
these
yeah,
things do separate. So you just mix them up and essentially you're eating peanut butter. But it's from awesome nuts, not garbage nuts, peanuts.
It's almonds. It's almond butter.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
It's very good. I have a few of them in my pantry as well, and now I just want to throw them out, knowing that there's a smaller whole version. So
And my last plug is for C-. Here's the number 4. Thanks, guys. I had to make up because I listened to the shows like 8 times.
I get it.
And
I get
I
it.
didn't get any plugs.
You got to catch up.
And if you mathematically times all the times I heard your guys' plugs, I kind of feel like I'm owed a few more this time. So thank you.
No,
for indulging.
it's good. It's good to make it right. Then as for me, please peel your bananas before freezing them. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Watercooler. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back for Patreon later this week. We love you. Goodbye.